do is we want you to arrive prepared, and then we want you to engage effectively in all of the sessions. And finally, we want you to contribute strategically. So, hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. More importantly, Juanita and I, want to thank you for stepping into a leadership role that truly matters. Today is not just another meeting, it's about preparation for something much bigger. The Mission 1.5 Summit is where strategy turns into action and action turns into measurable impact. Mission 1.5 is our global commitment to reach 1.5 million lions by 2027. But let's be clear, this is not just a number. This is about expanding our service capabilities, strengthening our clubs, and increasing our relevance in our communities. What we do at the summit will directly impact our district. Our work at the summit determines whether our clubs will grow or decline, whether new communities are served, and whether future leaders step forward. So let me set the expectations for all of us clearly. This is a working summit. You are not attending, you are contributing. You are part of the outcome of Mission 1.5. All the work you do beforehand will determine the success we achieve together at the summit. But let's take a closer look at what Mission 1.5 really involves and how the summit is structured to support that success. It's helpful to understand and look at Mission 1.5 not as a single initiative. It's really a comprehensive strategy built around sustainable growth and strong leadership alignment. At the summit, we're going to focus on 4 areas. The first is strategic growth. We don't just want to grow, but we want to grow with intention. We want to cite what our goals are, and we want to achieve our goals. Next, we want to look at recruitment, retention, and new clubs. Bringing in new members is only part of the equation. Keeping them engaged is where success lives. We also want to look at strategic planning. When you leave the summit, you're going to leave with actionable plans, not ideas sitting on paper. And finally, you're going to participate in collaboration in innovative growth solutions. Because we've discovered the best ideas don't come from working alone. They come from shared experience and bold thinking. This is where we move from what we've always done to what will actually work next. All of this aligns with a global membership approach, and this provides us all a structured path. Using GMA, we assess where we are, we set clear goals, we build a plan, and we execute and adjust. When we do this, the summit is where the framework becomes real at the district and club level. We are bringing together people from membership, service, and extension. The alignment is critical because growth only happens when these areas work together, not in silos. When we align membership and service, we don't just grow, we grow sustainably. What do you have to do to be successful at the summit? You need to arrive prepared. You need to engage actively, and you need to contribute strategically. This is not a passive learning experience. When you go to the summit, you're going to be involved in active planning. In our next segment, Juanita is going to talk us and walk us through exactly what preparation is required so you can show us ready to make a real impact. Juanita?
Okay, so there are several of you that have participated in the summit either last year or the year before. But just to kind of give you an overview of what's involved, you arrive on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning, everybody gets together, and there is a plenary session early that morning after everybody has breakfast together. And there will be a quick welcome, an overview. There will be activities. Everybody's involved in interactive events. And just be prepared to mingle and get to know others from throughout the United States, throughout constitutional area. So you will be getting up and around and interacting with everyone. There will be breakout sessions that first day. You might not be together with your district. You might be. So it all depends on how they divide everybody up and how they break everybody up. I know last year between Mark and I, we did not have anybody within our districts until on Sunday when we got together. So we will be getting together with your teams. And this is where the actual you actually start seeing the teamwork. They're observing, and we actually see the teamwork coming together as you work together with your plans. You will start to work on refining your action plans that afternoon. And then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of things of your action plans. You will also be meeting with your area leaders as well too. So that means where Mark and I are involved, and of course all the other constitutional areas. In the evening, everybody has dinner together, and this is a key point for you to start networking and talking with other members that have the same job classification as you. And this is the time for sharing and take in as much as you can. But again, it is a lot to take in, but enjoy the ride with it because you will get a lot out of it. So that is pretty much day one in a nutshell. Day two, we come back to the second plenary session. Again, it will be a reflection of day one, and then they will do an overview of the day two activities. And there will be other interactive events going on during the plenary sessions. And then we will be breaking out into the district teams into our sessions. And this is where your action plan development comes into play, where you'll be working one-on-one with your teams to develop that action plan and then prepare that action plan for the actual submission. And then after that, at the closing, there will be a final plenary session and wrap up. And lunch will be provided, and then everybody's is released. So most of your time will be spent in breakout working sessions, not listening. You're not going to be sitting. You're going to be actually interacting with everybody there. And that's where everybody gets the most of the information there, and you get a lot out of it. So a lot of hands-on, a lot of networking, it will be taking place. To prepare for your pre-work, for the breakout sessions, you will need your SWOT and draft strategies. Make sure you have your assessment completed. For your team sessions, you will need your district action plans with you. And you could bring these in the form of via your laptop, tablet, or hard copy. You could bring those with you. And of course, at the end, the final submissions, you will need to complete the clear targets and your clear plan. And we will go review what we do next, especially that final plenary session there. So what you need to arrive to be ready for it, all participants bring your district action plan. You could bring your entire packet with you or just bring the ones that apply to you. In other words, GMT, just bring your GMT action plan. GET, just bring your GET, but feel free to share the others. Go into the Mission 1.5 website and download your Mission 1.5 targets for 26, 27. Those are already available for you to download and look at. Look into your current membership data. Download that and bring it with you as well too. Make sure you've completed the e-learning in the Lions Learning Center. There's instructions that were given to you that guide you through that. So there's a couple of classes you need to take in regards to the e-learning. Your SWOT assessment, bring that with you. As much as you be able to share what you have completed up to that point, bring it with you. And don't forget to complete the policy review of the board policy chapters 10 and chapters 17. Chapter 10 deals with a new club criteria. Make sure you become familiar with that. And the chapter 17 deal with membership types and classifications. Feel free to print those out, but again, they're available on the LCI website. What to bring to the summit in addition to the packet I mentioned, bring your name badge, laptop, tablet, notepad for note-taking, headphones, especially if you're going to require translation. The laptop is optional for updating your action plans. And I think we'll cover how we will be submitting those a little bit later. But
Juanita,
yes.
we are actually going to give everyone, this is what I understand, a thumb drive.
Oh, okay.
Because last year we had people turn in paper.
Oh, yes.
This year we're going to have them put their action plans and goals in a thumb drive and submit the thumb drive.
And those would be submitted to us, is my understanding.
Yes.
To you and I. Yes.
And to LCI.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. So, just be sure you're prepared for your breakout sessions, the collaboration between your district, your district members, your team, and your final plan submission. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much what's entailed in getting ready for it. And we're hoping that when we meet on the 13th, we will be sending you an assignment we created just to kind of walk you through the process so you know how to prepare for it. And we will get that to you later on this evening. But I know Guy is here. Guy, is there anything else we need to touch on? You're muted.
Unmuted on my handset, but not on here on Zoom. So, hello. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Lion Guy Schmally, and I work at the international headquarters. I am a global action team field specialist, one of two for Constitutional Area 1. She wasn't able to join this call tonight, but I also work with Suzanne Kimball. So the two of us consider us kind of like some of your main contacts at headquarters concerning the summit and all things related to the global action team and district goals and that sort of thing. Um, I think you've covered a lot of the main things about being prepared, and I did drop a few links, and these links are going to continue to be shared over and over again via various communications. But the targets I dropped in, as well as the pre-work is in the landing page, along with a lot of other things and FAQs and other good info. Hopefully, most of you have received invites. I can tell you that there was a bit of a goof up with the filter that was used, and I think that the district GETs may not have, I think any of them may not have received invites. So they're fixing that, and I think they're going to send out a fresh batch of those to those who not. So don't worry, they're coming, and if someone else has them, you can still use the link to register if you're able to share those. They're not unique to individuals. I think if there's any other kind of key things here, but But yes, absolutely. The summit, I would say, as was mentioned, is a really kind of excellent opportunity to network and to hear ideas and to um, really get a group of people around you. There's a lot of places I know have really good teams around them, and some places that maybe don't have a really good team around them. And if you don't necessarily have people right around you in your district, this is an excellent opportunity to find people from other districts or even other places around the U.S. and communicate with them not only at the summit but going forward. And use them as for a sounding board for ideas and this kind of thing, and be able to continue that throughout the rest of the year. Um, see if I had any other kind of quick things. Restriction. I think that's it for now.
Okay, and just want to bring it to everyone's attention. I know some of you have attended before, but one of the things that we've come across is that from other areas across the country is that we come across coordinators that have taken on the position and the plans have not been shared with them. They have no idea. So make sure you do see that action plan, whether it's for your GET, GMT, or your coordinator should actually have a copy of each section, each category of your district action plan, because everybody needs to be familiar with it and know who's, in other words, who's on first, what's on second, type of a thing. So please do share those plans. If there's any issue with getting those action plans, let us know and we'll help you out with it. But that's pretty much the nuts and bolts. Just be ready to interact, and it is very it could be intense and loaded at times, but it's ongoing. Okay. All right. Anything else? Any questions from anyone?
Linda Barber, who's
You're
on mute.
muted.
Linda Barber always has questions. I kind of miss what you said, Juanita, about the thumb drive. Do we put it on the thumb drive and give it to you all before we leave?
You will be receiving a thumb drive there, and we will ask you to put your goals and plans on that thumb drive. And then you'll hand that in before you leave.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions? If it would help us because of the number of people, if you would use the reactions and raise your hand that way. That way we can actually see who's got their hand up.
Yeah.
Stan, you're on mute.
So my question is kind of goes right to the core. The GET and the GMT are very closely related. So in other words, when we're helping rebuild a club, when we're uh, when we're uh, starting a new club, it takes both the GMT and the GET to get the job done. So and I see the action plans kind of merging. Now, yes, if you're just building new membership for your own club, that's a straight GMT function. But most of the cases that we're running across, it tends to be helping clubs out, and it's a GET and a GMT joint function.
And there is an overlap in between these positions, and there should be, because that way you're supporting each other as well too. And of course, you bring in your leadership as well too, because of the club officers that you're adding in there. So there's a slight overlap. Lion Billy.
Yeah, this thing with the thumb drive, rather than spending time there putting all that stuff on a thumb drive, can I not bring my own thumb drive with it already on there and just swap it out with you?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, thank you.
And that's usually a safeguard of bringing your plan on a separate thumb drive. That way, in case anything happens to your laptop or your computer, you're able to bring it back up again. Any other questions? Since we do have a staff member here, right now is an opportune time.
Lydia,
What what part of the SWAT should we bring?
it's not so much that you want to bring the SWAT, it's that you've held a SWAT. Okay?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
your analysis from the SWOT would be part of your planning
Right.
of what you use to generate your plan. And that's what we really want to see is that plan
Right.
to derive from your SWOT.
So it almost would be an outline as a result of your SWOT of what you came up with, pretty much.
Right. But the development of the plan and the details will be developed at the summit.
Correct.
Right.
Well,
Well,
hopefully you've done that beforehand.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to help you get there if you're not there.
Got it.
and the thing is to polish them up. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Guy.
Oh, you're fine. I was just going to speak to one of the questions that was in chat because this is new this year. A lot of folks may have a question or may run into problems if they're not aware about it. So there was a policy change about district level GAT coordinators and that they are no longer allowed to hold other GAT titles. So a district GMT, GLT, GST, etc., is not able to also hold a similar title at the multiple district level. Furthermore, there's two other titles that are technically part of the GAT structure. At the multiple district level is the council chair, who's serving as the chair for the global action team at that level. Likewise, the district governor at the district level is technically the chair of the GAT team at the district level. So a district GAT coordinator cannot hold another coordinator title or also be the district governor or a council chair. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it's confusing the way it's written in policy. So I know in places that don't have a deep bench and don't have a lot of leaders, that might be a challenge for some where they were having them be both the GET and the GMT at the same time. And I know there's some folks that are not happy about that. But I think the decision was made so that those folks who are working that close to the club level at the district are focused solely on that GET, GMT, GST, GLT role because there's just a lot and it's that important that they don't want them spread too thin with these other roles. I think that's really what it came down to.
Okay. Lion Dave.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a question for Lion Guy or Guy.
Yeah.
And so, though it is possible to have your first vice district governor be in the GET role, correct?
Yes, that is correct. The vices, and it's not until they become governor that they're officially a GAT title. The vices, the first and second vices, can, yes, hold the GET, another coordinator title. Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Lion Jennifer, you had your hand up.
Dave asked the same question I was.
Mm.
So all good.
Oh, thanks. We had a twofer. Guy, is it too early to give us some logistics on what happens when you arrive at the airport?
When you arrive at the airport?
Are there going to be transportation? How do you get to the hotel?
It is a little bit early. I haven't even officially had our first meeting with the ops team for that specific summit yet. I did hear that they are going to again offer Uber vouchers. Because what we're trying to do is make it so that there's less cost that needs to be incurred by participants up front. So that's an important thing. I don't know if everyone on here is registered yet or not, but know that when you go use the orange invite registration link that's in the invite, fill out all those forms, and then staff will take care of booking flights and the hotel. You don't need to do that yourself or put up your own money. I know some folks were confused about that, and then ended up waiting a long time to get reimbursed for money that they had put up. So please don't spend your own money on it. You're just fill out the registration. Staff will just, once you've officially registered and you've gotten a confirmation email that you are all registered and get additional notices, that's basically going to be your confirmation that your hotel is taken care of. You're not going to get an official confirmation number for the hotel like you might normally get when booking at a hotel. Just know that if you finished registration, you'll have a hotel room. And then for the air travel, we have a travel team that will reach out to you about booking those flights. If you have specific flights that you're interested in taking and put those forward, that can help expedite things. Just know that you need to arrive on that Friday, the 19th. There's no formal programming in the evening. There might be something impromptu or something that's optional, but the official curriculum starts Saturday morning. So anytime on Friday that you're able to get in there, and then leaving on the Sunday after 3:30, which gives you enough time to get out of lunch and get to the airport and all of that, and not having to leave early. So it's leaving after 3:30 on Sunday.
Lion
So-
Dave, you have your hand up? Yes.
Do not. Sorry, I forgot to lower it. My bad.
All right. Then Lion Billy, you had your hand up?
I did, and part of the question was answered, but to wait till after 3:30 to take a flight back to the West Coast, we're getting home after midnight. So just so you know,
If
because I've already looked at flight times.
I know that depending on how late things were and if it was unreasonable and meant people driving at unsafe hours, I know some exceptions were made that what they're not going to do is you're not going to be leaving early. What they may do is they may offer to put you up for another night and have you fly out in the morning.
Yeah.
If there's like a safety concern about driving late at night after all day doing stuff or all weekend. So that is what will likely be offered. I know that a lot of people left early last year, and that was noted, and that was a problem. And I think they're going to be much more strict this year about letting people leave the event early. And if you're
Yeah.
not able to participate for the entire thing, I think they're going to say either come for the whole thing or unfortunately they're going to decline your ability the invitation.
Yeah, that extra night would be greatly appreciated then.
So I would note that in there's places to put a request when you do the registration. There's a place to put a note on things like special travel needs or things like that. Put a note in there about that, and hopefully they'll be able to work something out.
Thank
Lion
you.
Kathy?
I had a question about the SWAT stuff, just to make sure that, so our GET and the other GETs, we each do one? Or do the
No.
three of us, like our district governor and the two GAT teams that are going, do we do them, the three of us as one? Or
The
three
DG
individual
That's
one?
a great question.
Mm.
The DGE does the SWAT for the district,
Okay,
and the GAT participates in that process.
so the three of us can get together, put it together, but then as the GET, I would present it?
At
Or-
Summit, you're going to present what you guys came up with as a team.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that, gotcha, thank you.
Okay. Lion Bill?
I was just going to talk about travel. I was surprised it took less than 24 hours for me to send them what I wanted, and I have my e-tickets already.
Wow, that's pretty efficient.
Very quick, yes.
Lion Michelle?
Okay, our GGE cannot be there. So the second vice will be there and I will be there. What about the second district governor? What it will his place?
So there are very specific titles that are invited. So it's going to be the incoming governor, their GET and their GMT at the district level, then the GET and GMT at the multiple district level. Those are the titles that are invited. So we do not have a mechanism or means by which you're able to send a surrogate or someone else in their place, unfortunately. So unless you make them the GET or the GMT.
Is not.
Yeah.
Is not. As I am the district governor for now, but I will be the GMT.
Yeah.
So but I know that the second is coming. So
But
thank you.
the second would need a GAT role.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. I was wondering,
So I will tell you that if somebody who does not have one of the official titles goes and uses the registration link, it'll be checked on the back end against what titles they hold, and if they don't have one of them, you're going to get a message back that says, "I'm sorry, you don't hold one of these titles. Please check with your district or your multiple district leaders." And make sure that you are reported properly in the portal. Once you're reported properly with an authorized title, then we can talk about an invite again. So, but I can tell you right now that if all they are is going to be the second vice, that's not one of the titles. It would have to be one of the ones I had just listed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Lion Eduardo.
Yes, I would like to bring up just today I registered, and the way that they told me basically is that they will be contacting me to make the arrangements for flying. So don't worry about the flying because they will contact you and you will talk to them and you will set whatever you need. They will work with you.
Yeah.
Guy, I had a couple of questions between yesterday and this morning regarding governors or coordinators who want to be joined by their wives.
So there is a checkbox when you go through the registration process that basically states that you are not supposed to be bringing other folks with them, and they're not to be participating in any of the meetings or meals or anything. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to accommodate all the additional people and whatnot. So that's part of the registration is to check a thing that says that they are not coming. I know folks have brought someone, they've been in a room and not come to a meeting. If something like that happens, I don't need to know about it, but they're not to be participating in the meetings or meals or any of that kind of stuff. I know that there were bracelets that I know we had. I don't know if we're using those again this year or not, but I think they're to try to limit the folks who might be potentially like crashing the event. So it's just like I think like when the vices come in when they had come into Q Center for training and whatnot, where they were not supposed to be bringing additional people.
Lion Marianne.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know. I got a little confused when I was hearing people say, well, GET sets up theirs with the district governor and so forth. What we did is after our SWAT, we met as a group and went through and created the goals, all three of us together, so that we really weren't separate. We were working as a team to set all the goals, the GET, GMT, the GST, the GLT, all of us. So just to let you know, that's how we operated it this year.
Okay. Any other questions?
Mark, I have one.
Okay.
Sandy. Some districts have co-coordinators for GET and GMT. Will the co-coordinator be allowed to go?
Unfortunately, no, there isn't. There is not. We don't have an official title as a co. It's one per district as far as the way things are all laid out, and that's the way the structure is. That's in the Lion portal and in the way that the board policy is arranged. That there's really only one title. So one of whoever's officially reported, and it won't let you put a second person in. Whoever the one person that's in there, that's the one who's going to be that their registration will go through without getting a letter back saying, "I'm sorry, you're not the appropriate person."
Okay. Yeah, that means I'm not
It's a
going.
good question. Lion Lynn, you had your hand up before.
Well, I was just on a comment about Guy made the comment that some people left. We only left because that's how we were booked to get out of the meeting. Our flight was leaving, and that's why we had to leave that meeting last year. So they need to coordinate the flights out of there so that we work with the meetings.
Understood, and we've had discussions with travel, and yeah, I noted. Point taken.
Okay, Juanita.
Well, as I mentioned, we're going to have an assignment for our next session on May 13th. In other words, you will be preparing a district readiness snapshot. And what you'll do is with your district snapshot, you'll use your assessment, your SWOT analysis, your mission 1.5 target, list top three strategic actions. Think about what is the biggest challenge in your district. One hurdle, one challenge. What is that challenge? And then how can the GAT team and the area leaders be a support to you? What support do you need to help us to get you over that hurdle? So we will select randomly participants to provide an overview of their assignment. But this is a chance to get you in other words, motivated to start getting these items lined up for you. And that way you're ready. But we will be going into further discussion on May 13th. And if there's anything you think about between now and then, write it down, send it to us, and we can address it at the May 13th meeting. Mark, is there anything else we want to touch on?
Only that in case you're wondering, we are going to Atlanta, Georgia for the meeting. And the hotel is in downtown Atlanta. Other than that, if you guys don't have any questions, you know we don't keep you here longer than we need to. But this is your opportunity to get out any questions, especially with Guy here, because he can answer most of the technical questions that come up, except those asked by Mary Ann.
Why is it always I'm the one in trouble all the time? I don't know. Anyway, Juanita, when you were just talking about the snapshot that we were going to do, you're going to select certain of us. Did I hear that?
Right.
Or okay, so you're just
Yeah,
gonna and then give us the details, correct?
Yes, I'm going to send it to all of you, but we will randomly select participants from our next session.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you.
I have a question. I came into the meeting a little late, and I want to understand about in reference to the going to Atlanta. The international is going to take care of the hotel and the travel arrangements, or do we have to take care of the hotel? How is that going to work? I know the only thing I registered today, but they only had reference about me flying over there, and they were going to be making the arrangements for the flying. But what about the hotel? Are they going to take care of it?
All of that's taken care of by staff. So as long as you got your registration in, it sounds like you've already had communications regarding flights. And so yeah, you're in, we've got your information, and down the road, there'll be kind of like a confirmation email that's sent with like, know before you go, these kinds of things. That'll kind of serve as your confirmation. You won't get a formal confirmation number for the hotel or anything like that. Just know that once you've registered, you get added to a rooming list, that like a master list, and we just have a big block of rooms. And then when you arrive at the hotel, you would just give your name and they'll put you in a room. So you don't need to book any of that yourself. All you need to do is register, which it sounds like you've done. So you've done what you need to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Lion Jennifer.
So are we staying in the same hotel as the summit, so we're not having to travel?
Correct. It's all in the same facility.
Okay, and I doubt it, but anybody been to Atlantic, Georgia? Because I haven't. How's the weather in June?
Hot and humid.
Yeah. I didn't even need anybody unmuted. I saw everyone go hot at the same time. Ew.
Muggy.
Sweaty.
Okay,
it'll be 90 degrees temperature and 100 degrees humidity.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to go to Lion Jeff.
Just stay in the hotel.
It'll still be 60 in the conference room, so
Yeah.
make sure you bring a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last question. I have a question. Is everybody getting the registrations? Because I overheard some already did or some registered already.
Yes. Everyone who was properly reported and has a title should have had one sent out, but there was a glitch. So a lot of the GETs, I don't think got them. They're going to send another round out to people who've been added since the first one, as well as all the GETs that I think were accidentally left off. The title changed. I don't know if anyone noticed in the portal. It used to be spelled out Global Extension Team Coordinator, and now they fixed it to be all the others where it's abbreviated GET Coordinator. But the filter they used still had the previous title. They didn't change that, so all of them got missed. So we caught it. We're fixing it now, and we're going to correct it and send it out. Right now in the chat, I'm going to put in a note here. So it's got my email, gschmalley@lionsclubs.org. If you still haven't gotten an invite, just shoot me a quick note, and I'll reply back to you. And that way I have everyone's email. So you can just email me directly at that, and I'll get you an invite if you need it.
Okay, Lion Roxanne, you have your hand up.
By the
Yes,
way,
I was wondering now, are the goals that we put in the portal by the end of the month the same goals that we're bringing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
by the way,
Jeff Jensen, did you ever have a question?
I did. I just was politely waiting. So is there going to be like a big shuttle bus at the airport to take us? Hotel shuttles? How are we getting from the airport to the hotel?
So I think that level of nitty-gritty details I don't quite have for you yet. I do know that we're going to have Uber vouchers that are going to be available, that you'll be able to use the Uber app and you put in some kind of code through it and it'll automatically, I think it's set up in such a way that will only take you from the airport to the hotel. You can't use it for other stuff. It's limited in geography that way. So they'll have that, I think, both for like maybe two of them for each direction. They'll at least have that. Whether there is also a shuttle, I don't know yet. I don't have those details yet. But once we get closer to the event and we've got more people registered, we'll send out one of those know before you go emails that has all of that kind of details and final agendas and those sorts of things. So that'll all be forthcoming.
Juanita, do we need to go through the chat room and pick up any questions?
Yeah, let me check right now.
I think Linda Barbara's shaking her hand at me. It really helps to use your emoji.
I know, I've looked all over for that emoji and I don't have it on here. I'm signed on to the multiple district Zoom. I don't know how or why, but it doesn't give me that option to raise my hand. So here I am raising my hand. Sorry. And my question is really probably just for you and me. How do I get on the list to get an invitation? Or am I?
That's a unique issue right now to MD4.
Okay.
They haven't selected the MD level coordinators. So we're going to have to figure something out, and we could probably talk about that on Thursday.
Okay.
And if I might, the email was sent out on March 31st, and it starts fully funded something or other, and that's the registration email that went out.
I just got mine. Oh, sorry. I just got mine today. So there was whatever other group came out or whatever. It just came today. So I filled it out this morning and sent it in. My question was, if we haven't picked our council chair yet, how were people supposed to have already put in our multiple district GAT team members? Are they coming to this summit too, or just the district GATs?
It's multiple district GAT is coming also, specifically the GET and GMT at the multiple district level. And I believe the way that that's all worded is that just like at the district level, they're kind of put in and appointed by the district governor. I believe would be the council chair that would be putting them in with working with the council, but to select them. So if there is not a council chair put in yet, we'd be kind of on hold until someone is selected and put in there. I know that that's a problem in some cases because conventions are happening late. So the sooner they can get in there, the better. But right now, I think that the deadline is what I think was in the registration. I think they're closing registration on May 19th. If you're able to do anything to get them in there, if you've got situations, if you have a specific situation, I would send it to, what is it? It's Mission 1.5 Summits. Mission 1.5 Summits at lionsclubs.org is the general box.
Okay.
If you've got a situation where they're not going to be able to get in time, we can look at it. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do, but we'll check it out.
Our convention is like a week away, like 10 days away. So we'll
Okay.
have elected our council chair then, and I'll just,
Great.
as the council secretary right now, we'll work as a group to get that done as soon as it's over with. And then let the people know that are hopefully going to be elected that is something that they have to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
One question from the chat, dress code.
So really, it's very much be comfortable. I think the way we've always written it in the previous summits was business casual and Lions attire.
Yeah.
So if you've got Lion shirts to wear or other things like that, I feel like somebody had asked about if it's hot and they wanted to wear shorts. I don't think anyone's going to scold you, but just be comfortable. This is really a working meeting. This is not like a fancy award ceremony or anything like that. So it's really very much about being comfortable while you're working and getting your plans together.
And those conference rooms are cold. So yes, carry a light jacket or sweater with you.
Yeah, you never know. It could go either way. So be prepared.
Okay, I think we're good, Mark.
Okay, if there are no other questions, I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Our next session is going to be somewhat of a repetition of this one for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to tell you anything new that we've learned between now and the next time we have our session. And maybe we can get Guy here again for the May 3rd.
That'd be great.
Okay. And again, if there's no other questions, have a great night. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you all at the summit. And I think you're going to have an incredible time.
It's a great experience overall.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you, Mark, Juanita, Guy.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jacob, can we talk tomorrow morning? Okay.
Anything to stick on for? Are we good?
Unless you just want to share some stuff with us from what you've seen, we're just we're going to call it a night.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything more to share really.
Okay.
Okay.
Cherie, did you have
Yeah,
anything?
I was just waiting to get a minute with you and Juanita, if
Okay.
possible. And
Why do you
Manny.
want to stay on?
Okay.
Yeah, just stay on for a minute.
Let,
Yeah, 'cause
let me try to turn off the recording.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
You don't need me